someone in your life who always seems to stay naturally lean no matter what they eat, or maybe you've noticed someone who always wears shorts no matter the weather. Maybe you yourself or know of people who've experienced a weight loss plateau or have lost weight and gained it back. What is that all about? Today we're going to dive in to why and how our bodies do this, and therefore why it isn't always easy to permanently or long-term change our body weight and stay at that new body weight. So first of all, remember, no one breaks the laws of thermodynamics. And that means if someone's energy input is greater than their energy output, then they will gain weight and vice versa. The complication comes in that there are a lot more factors at play than just calories in, calories out. And therefore, a mathematical equation is going to struggle to predict how a complex biological system is actually going to transfer energy all the time. Now, first key idea for you to remember is that your body likes stability. Your body likes stability. It wants to feel strong and safe and stable. And this is a phenomenon called homeostasis. So yes, I know science, but bear with me. Homeostasis just means keeping a constant internal environment. And you see that with things like our blood sugar levels, our blood acidity, body temperature. Like our body likes to regulate that to a pretty narrow range. And we see this homeostasis come into play with body weight too. You may have experienced yourself or others crash dieting to lose weight, and then many people tend to put that weight back on again sooner or later. And when people try to gain weight, this can happen too. It can be incredibly hard to gain weight. Your body adapts to try and stay the same long term. So, does that mean changes in weight are impossible then? No. And before I dive into why, don't forget to click like and subscribe on this video and head to the description section. I have some great free resources for you to start to unlock your long-term holistic health and fitness. So go click on those links now and I could be landing in your inbox in the next couple of minutes. So no, changes in weight are not impossible. We have far more control than we are led to believe by science and the fitness and diet industries, advertising and social media. Because after all, we can regulate our eating and our movement behaviours. And with this, we can therefore directly influence how our genes are expressed and our metabolism. Scientists have, and I do wonder what the ethics panels were like on these experiments, they have deliberately overfed and starved people. So let's dive into this. So one example is the Minnesota starvation experiment, and it's just one pretty extreme experiment. It was in the context of World War II that this was done. And subjects were starved by limiting them to about half their usual daily calorie intake. And among the effects reported were irritability, depression, anxiety, fatigue, trouble sleeping, mental fog, and an obsession with food. Are some of those maybe sounding a little bit familiar to you right now? And when these people involved in the experiment were allowed to refeed and recover, some engaged with extreme overeating. So this is perhaps relevant to us, that if you are someone who's always trying to lose weight and follow a diet, then similar to the effects of overfeeding above, then these restrict binge cycles can be highly likely. When deprived of calories, humans will also move less. They will not fidget or tap or wander around or jiggle about much less. This movement is called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And it also includes things like playing with kids, chasing after the dog, cleaning the house, climbing the stairs, etc. All movement that is an exercise. When we limit calories as well, digestion slows down as the body is just trying to extract as much as possible out of limited food. Our ability to produce heat, thermogenesis, also drops. Our resting metabolic rate will drop as well. And this is all an attempt by the body to burn less calories. If we reverse that idea, so with an excess of calories, then the body ramps up. Our NEAT increases, so fidgeting, tapping, moving, pacing around, not sitting still, they all go up. The extra energy is expended in heat and movement. The body produces more heat. Like, do you know someone in your life is that human furnace? Digestion picks up as well. So it doesn't have to hang on to food quite so much because there's a consistent intake, so metabolism increases. Key point, individuals do this uniquely and variably. Either the suppressing of things or the ramping up of things, then individuals will do this uniquely and variably. One example is that in one overfeeding experiment from 2009, after 8 weeks of 1,000 calorie surplus, those individuals gained between 0.79 pounds and 9.3 pounds. That is a massive difference. Some people's brains can respond to excess calories and cause those people to move and get hot much more efficiently. That's interesting, huh? So no matter which camp you fall into, remember, you have the power and control ultimately over your own behaviours and your actions in your life. Whether you struggle or find it easy to lose or gain weight, remember this: diets not working is not your fault. Your body is doing remarkable things to keep you alive. It's got your back, it's on your team, make friends with it. And finally, engaging in improving nutrition habits and more movement in a way that suits you will help you feel more amazing. So we can change our body weight, but if focusing on it is causing misery, impacting your mental or emotional well-being or your relationships, maybe it's time to shift focus. What do you think?